probably the game of the week, to be honest with you, if I'm looking at this right. Kansas City and the 49ers, their first meeting since the Super Bowl, I remember seeing. I know that San Fran acquired Christian McCaffrey, and hopefully he can resurge his career, here. But to me, it's like the Chiefs just played a really, really good game against the Bills, whom I think is actually at this point the best team. I feel like there's two teams that are performing really well. It's Buffalo and the Eagles, and I mean, but both teams just I can't really say one or the other. I think they're both playing at a super high level. And I mean, you look at the Chiefs though, is that they've been giving up a good number of points. I guess Tampa Bay, it's like 31 points given up, 29 to Vegas. Um, Not a lot to Indy, but a good amount to I guess the Chargers, in their last five. But I think as the 49ers, you're kind of looking at a bit of redemption because it's like you just lost to the Falcons, which I mean I don't think is anything to be like super worried about because the Falcons have been overperforming this year. But I guess looking at their line, I mean they have Eric Armstead out on their D line is kind of a hit against them. One of their good pass rushers, Jason Verrett, not very good that he's out. It's a really scrappy corner. Um, I'm gonna look at the full injury report over here just to make sure there's really nothing else. And then you got a Chiefs team that only one guy out, Rashad Fenton, and a few questionables. I guess Joe Tooney is one of those that it's like he's got an ankle injury, he's questionable, and he's obviously a guard. But you got your kicker back. I guess Harrison Butker might have been back last week. I guess I didn't check that. But Harrison Butker's back. Really huge to have their kicker back, I think, for the Chiefs. And I mean, you look at the Niners, and the only notable injury is Eric Armstead. But you got, I guess they had a limited practice with Christian McCaffrey, but I think that honestly, the Niners team, if they have a really good running back, I think that does make them a really, really dangerous team. I think that it can't be understated how good it makes them because I remember years ago when it's like they had Raheem Mostert and they had some of the speediest backs in the league and would just absolutely control the game with those guys, and it would just make it really easy on the wide receivers. And I wholeheartedly believe that McCaffrey is probably going to be electric on the San Fran. I do think that with the Chiefs, it's like their run defense is better than their passing, which is good. And I mean, who knows how much they're gonna have McCaffrey involved, but the first week, for the 49ers. But to me, the Niners have been playing just really good football. It kind of came out of nowhere, to be honest. I don't think that anyone was thinking that they were going to be one of the premier teams to be doing well. They are 3-3, but I've been saying this all year. It's been an odd year, and I think that they're one of the better 3-3 teams. The Chiefs haven't really solidified their spot in their division as the one spot yet. I mean, they have the Chargers to contend with, but they have a lot of pressure on them going to San Fran. Holding the lead in the division and that sort of thing against the San Fran, who's probably just biting at the chance to be number one in their division. I am actually thinking I'm going to go with San Fran because I think that they're going to have a way more balanced attack for Kansas City. Um, and I like their pass rush on the Niners. I think that they can get after Mahomes. And I think that Kansas City, it's like doesn't the weakness of their defense is that they really don't get to the quarterback too well. And I think Jimmy G has been playing I think Jimmy G has been playing at a level where if he's relaxed, he's making all these throws and he's just making it look really easy. And I mean, I think that's kind of the Achilles heel to him is that if he goes up against a team with a good pass rush, he tends to rush throws, not make the best decisions, and that sort of thing. But the Chiefs really don't have that much of a pass rush, in my opinion. I think it's the one major thing that if I was comparing, Chiefs, Bills in the AFC about who's better is that obviously, and I mean, I said this last week in my analysis, is that the Bills were better because they have a better pass rush. So I'm going to pick the 49ers by 3. Bold prediction, bold take. Just because I think that Christian McCaffrey, it's like he wasn't doing terribly on the Panthers, but he was also just on, probably I would say, a bottom 5 team in terms of their coaching and their execution this year. The Panthers were really bad, and I think with a team that has more talent around them, then Christian McCaffrey is going to flourish even more, and we might see some of the older McCaffrey. Maybe not as electric because of all the injuries he's had, but he's still a very good back that gives San Fran a new weapon, and they're obviously all in to do really well this year. I think they took their chance, and I think it was a bold but smart move to me that they acquired McCaffrey. So yeah, I'm actually going to pick San Fran by 3. I think the Chiefs, they did just battle a really tough team, but I think the 49ers are another tough team. And I mean, just looking at who the Chiefs had to compete against in the last 3 weeks, it's like it's got to be tough. San Fran, obviously, they've played against some kind of, the Rams not very good. The Carolina, obviously, really bad. Atlanta, though, has been competing very well, and beat them. And I think they're looking to bounce back with this game, to kind of prove it that they're for real. So 49ers by 3.